Good morning, dear students. Yesterday in the last video we have seen that we can derive an equation as pi is equal to pi, that is the osmotic pressure, is equal to CRT. In place of C, that is the concentration, we put mole per liter. Here remember that we take the volume of solution always in liter, so whatever the volume is given, that volume has to be converted into liters, and finally we get this pi is equal to nRT upon V. By putting the value of moles, mass in gram per molar mass, we can get W by MWT2. So therefore pi is equal to W2 RT divided by W into NWT2, and by using the last equation MWT2, we can find out MWT2 is equal to W into R into T divided by V into pi. So using this particular equation, or we can say that using the property of osmotic pressure, we can determine the molar mass of solute, which is known as the MWT2. Method of determining molar mass of solute is widely used to determine the molar masses of proteins, polymers and other macromolecules. What is macromolecules? Molecules with diameter or size more than 10 to the power 6 meter. They are known as macromolecules. Generally, these macromolecules, we can see them with the naked eyes. Especially the biomolecules. These biomolecules are not stable at high temperature. So for them also we can use the method which is known as the method of osmotic pressure to determine their molecular mass. Even for polymers, polymers have very poor solubility. So as they are poor soluble, they produce the solution which is very dilute, and even for those dilute solution we can use the methods of osmotic pressure to determine their molar mass. So my dear students, we have learned how various methods are used to determine the molar mass using the colligative properties. But among all these four properties, this property of osmotic pressure has some advantages. So let us try to understand what are those advantages, or why this method of osmotic pressure is better as compared to the other methods of colligative properties to find out the molecular mass of the substance. The osmotic pressure method has an advantage over the other methods as number 1, pressure measurement is around the room temperature. So for biomolecules which are not stable at high temperature, these methods can be easily used. Generally, you need not to heat, or you need not to cool down to freezing point or to the boiling point. You just need to do all the things at the room temperature, and that is why it can be used for the even biomolecules. Molarity instead of molality is used. Here we are using molarity, not molality. So we can use it for the solutions, or you can say the mole per liters. As compared to the other colligative properties, if we see, the magnitude of osmotic pressure is large even for dilute solution. So when we consider the osmotic pressure, the magnitude of osmotic pressure is high for even the dilute solution. So those who are very poor solute, for example polymers, these polymers forms very dilute solution, and in very dilute solution also we can measure the osmotic pressure, because the osmotic pressure of even a very dilute solution is very high, and that is why we can use this method to determine the molar mass of the polymers even. Depending upon the magnitude of osmotic pressure, we can classify them into the various class. So now when we are comparing the various solution or more than two solutions, depending upon their magnitude of osmotic pressure, we can classify the solutions. The first kind of solution that we can classify, the first type is known as isotonic solutions. Let us understand the definition. Two solutions having same osmotic pressure at a given temperature are called isotonic solutions. So if the solutions have same osmotic pressure, same pi, then they are known as the isotonic solution. Let us understand with example. Solution present in fluid inside the blood cell and 0.9% mass by volume sodium chloride solution in water or aqueous solution of sodium chloride, 0.9% weight by volume. These both solutions are isotonic and they have same osmotic pressure. Our blood and coconut water. My dear students, during the World War II, many of the soldiers were given coconut water directly into their blood because our blood and coconut water have the same kind of osmotic pressure, and that is why they can be given in directly into the veins of the human body. Now let us understand one term which is known as the normal saline solution. So here we have seen that 0.9% weight by volume solution of sodium chloride in water is called normal saline solution, and its osmotic with blood, it is isotonic with blood, it is isotonic with blood. So normal saline solution can be injected directly to the veins. We can use this normal saline solution directly into the veins of the human body, or it can be injected intravenously. Now we'll understand the second type of solution, which is known as the hypertonic solution. Between two solutions, one solution which has higher osmotic pressure is called hypertonic solution. Your example is aqueous solution of sodium chloride having concentration more than 0.9% mass by volume is hypertonic solution for the fluid present into the blood cell. So our blood cell is isotonic, blood cell fluid is isotonic with our 0.9% weight by volume solution of sodium, aqueous sodium chloride. But if the concentration is more than that, then this kind of solution is known as hypertonic solution. Therefore, now this is very interesting to know. Therefore, when blood cell is placed in the aqueous solution of sodium chloride with concentration higher than 0.9% weight by volume, water flow out of the blood cell and cell would shrink. So blood cells, if placed into the hypertonic solution, the blood cells shrink and the water flows out from the blood cell to the hypertonic solution. Now we'll understand about the hypotonic solution. Comparing two solutions, the solution which has low or less osmotic pressure is called hypotonic solution. Examples are aqueous solution of sodium chloride with concentration less than 0.9% weight by volume or mass by volume. So now what happens if we put the blood cell into the hypotonic solution? The blood cell is placed in, if the blood cells are placed inside the solution of sodium chloride having concentration less than 0.9% weight by volume, water flows from the solution to the blood cells and the blood cell would swell. So this is how it happens, and the blood cell will absorb the water, or the water goes inside the blood cell and they swell. And if it is continuous, it is possible that the blood cell collapse or they are broken or they burst out, we can say. Now we will understand one very important term. This important term is known as edema, EDMA. Let us understand what is edema. People taking a lot of salt or salty food experience water retention. Water retention means water is filled water is not moved out but water is stored. That is what it is known as the water retention in the tissue cell and intercellular space. Intercellular space means the space available between the two cells or many cells is known as the intercellular space. So if you eat or if someone eat more salty food, then between the space of the cells some water is being stored. This happens, this water is stored because of the osmosis. The resulting puffiness or swelling is known as the edema. So when this water is retained into the intracellular spaces, our body seems to be swelled up, or we can feel the swelling around, and this position or this condition in our body is known as edema. Now we'll understand, like this is what it happens due to the osmotic pressure. We have seen many other cases which we can understand with the osmosis. Let us understand the other applications of osmosis. We can use the osmosis to understand many phenomena. The first, water movement from soil to plant roots and from plant roots to various parts of the plant is partially due to the osmosis. My dear student, when we know that due to the capillary action the water goes into the roots and from root it goes to the various parts of the plant, here osmosis is also playing one important role, and partially it is due to the osmosis. That is how we can understand. Then the next one is the prevention of meat by salting is due to the osmosis. When we want to store the meat for a longer time, the meat is stored under the salt. Second, prevention of fruits by adding sugars is also due to the osmosis. See, when we want to store fruits for a longer time, we dip them into the sugar syrup. हिंदी में हम उसको चाशनी बोलते हैं. That is what we do, and let us understand how osmosis works here. Because bacterium, see, bacteria is a plural, bacterium is a singular. Because bacterium on the salted meat or candied fruit. What is candied fruit? Fruit in sugar is known as candied fruit. Loses water and shrivels and dies. So if the bacteria is present on the salted water, if the bacteria is present into the sugar coated fruits, this bacteria loses water due to the osmosis, and that is how it shrivels and it dies. So this is how the growth of bacteria can be prevented, and the fruits and meat can be stored for a longer time. Now we'll try to understand about the carrot. You know, carrot if placed, it sometimes loses its stiffness. A carrot that has become limp or very soft, or you can say komal, because of water loss into the atmosphere, can be placed into the water, making it firm again. So if you have at home the carrot that has been loosened its stiffness, or that has become loose, or that has become limp, you can put it into the water again and it will be again firm. So these are the various applications and very important information about the osmotic pressures and its applications and how it works. And I hope you might have been enjoying, my dear students. Happy learning. Namaskar.